There have been plenty of fascinating transfers in the EuroLeague this summer, but we have also seen a number of exciting players signing with their first EuroLeague club during this offseason. In this video, I will recap the top 10 most exciting rookies of the upcoming EuroLeague season. Number 10. Tamir Blatt. The son of legendary coach David Blatt, 24-year-old Tamir Blatt is one of Israel's finest up-and-coming players. Tamir spent his entire career in Israel and represented Hapoel during the last 3 years. The point guard was one of the team's leaders this past season, averaging 12 points and almost 8 assists in the Israeli League, as well as 8 points and 6.5 assists in the Champions League. Tamir will make his EuroLeague debut with Alba Berlin next season and should see a solid amount of minutes alongside Maod Olo and another key player that will be mentioned later on in the video. Number 9. Kendrick Perry. After a year in Australia and the NBA G League, point guard Kendrick Perry has represented 6 different teams in Europe and has always been one of their main guys. However, the 28-year-old has never played at the highest level in Europe. He spent time in Hungary, Macedonia and Russia, before playing in Serbia, and most recently in Slovenia with Cedevita. Perry was awesome in the Eurocup last season, averaging 16 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and over 19 PER per contest. He is set to become one of the main perimeter guys for Panathinaikos, alongside Nemanja Nedovic and Daryl Mason. In a recent interview with BasketNews, Panathinaikos legend Mike Batiste said that Perry asked him for advice before his debut at the highest European stage. Let's see if it pays off. Number 8. Donta Hall. The high-flying big man Donta Hall is set to play in his first season in Europe with Eurocup champions AS Monaco. After going undrafted in 2019, Hall bounced between the NBA and the G League for the past 2 years. The 24-year-old spent time in Detroit, Brooklyn, and finished last season with the Orlando Magic. Hall averaged 5.5 points and almost 5 rebounds for the Florida team, and you just know that we will see plenty of rim-rocking highlights from him next season. Number 7. JERIAN Grant. The second of 3 similarly named sons of the retired NBA player Harvey Grant, JERIAN Grant will make his EuroLeague debut with Armani Milano next year. The 28-year-old has played in New York, Chicago, Orlando, and Washington, but didn't draw much interest in the NBA and took a break from basketball last year. Grant's younger brother Jeremy was the runner-up for the NBA's Most Improved Player award behind Julius Randle. Perhaps JERIAN took some notes out of his brother's book and worked on his game last year. If that is the case, Grant could become one of Milan's most exciting players to watch. Number 6. JALEEN Smith. The MVP of last season's German Bundesliga, JALEEN Smith had many options this summer. He was on the radar of other EuroLeague teams, like Žalgiris, and recently played well in the NBA Summer League. However, the 26-year-old ultimately decided to stay in Germany and sign with Alba Berlin, where he will play alongside Tamir Blatt at the point guard position. Apart from three-point shooting, where Smith has struggled in the past, he will bring versatility on both ends of the floor and will create plenty of opportunities for himself and his teammates. Number 5. FILIP PETRUSEV. After an extremely convincing sophomore season at Gonzaga, Serbian big FILIP PETRUSEV made a rather surprising move last summer by withdrawing his name from the 2020 draft and opting to play in Europe. He joined Mega Soccer Bet Belgrade, a club that is known for getting players ready for the giant leap to the NBA. PETRUSEV had a stunning season, averaging more than 20 points per game and clinching the title of the Adriatic League MVP. The 21-year-old center also added a reliable jumper to his offensive arsenal, making 42% of his long-range shots last season. PETRUSEV was the leading scorer for Serbia at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. However, he was only selected with the 50th pick in this year's NBA draft. The Philadelphia 76ers decided that they want to stash PETRUSEV and allow him to further develop in Europe next season. We will see if he receives playing time next to Brian Dunston and Tibor Pleiss in the EuroLeague with Anadolu Efes. Number 4. KOSTAS Antetokounmpo. Kostas is the third of 4 Antetokounmpo brothers. The 23-year-old was selected with the last pick of the 2018 NBA draft and spent 3 seasons overseas. Despite winning an NBA championship with the Lakers in the 2019-2020 season, he never played any significant minutes in the NBA, raising a lot of questions about his actual capabilities. But that did not stop us well from giving Kostas a shot at proving he is more than a flashy last name, but a solid basketball player too. The 208-meter forward will play alongside another young prospect in Victor Wembanyama. It will be fascinating to see how the two will perform at the EuroLeague stage. Number 3. Troy Daniels. After 7 seasons with 7 different teams in the NBA, 30-year-old Troy Daniels was invited to Armani Milano by Ettore Messina. Daniels averaged over 6 points on 40% shooting from distance during his NBA career, and now he will attempt to light it up on the European stage too. Him and JERIAN have big shoes to fill at the shooting guard position for Milan, after one of the team's leaders, Kevin Punter, departed to Partizan during the offseason. However, Daniel said in an interview that he doesn't feel any pressure and is confident that he can bring shooting and defensive toughness to the EuroLeague. Number 2. SHABAZZ Napier. Napier led Connecticut to a national title in 2014 and was named as the tournament's most outstanding player. He even caught LeBron James' eye, who at the time tweeted that Napier is his favorite player of the 2014 NBA draft class. Eager to keep LeBron in Miami, the Heat traded for Napier and brought him onto the team, but then a few weeks later, LeBron left to play in Cleveland. After just 1 season in Miami, Napier played in Orlando, Portland, Brooklyn, Minnesota, and Washington. The 30-year-old Puerto Rican averaged 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2.5 assists over his NBA career, but that wasn't enough to land an NBA contract last season. However, Xavi Pascal put his faith in the point guard and brought him over to Zenit this summer, where he will be a key piece. Zenit look extremely strong this season, and with Napier orchestrating the offense, they are real contenders for the EuroLeague Final Four. Number 1. EMMANUEL MUDIAY. The 7th pick of the 2015 NBA draft, MUDIAY insisted on getting a guaranteed NBA contract last season so much that he turned down G League or European possibilities and ended up not playing a single game in the entire year, just like Napier and Grant. Despite having obvious weaknesses, MUDIAY has amazing upside, more of which was discussed in our in-depth video about MUDIAY's upcoming EuroLeague debut. In Žalgiris, he will join forces again with Geoffrey Laverne, with whom he played in Denver during his rookie season. MUDIAY will be a part of Martin Schiller's fast-paced offense, which is exactly where he feels best, and if he can adapt to the European game quickly, MUDIAY has the potential to become one of the most exciting players to watch in the upcoming season. Let us know in the comments which EuroLeague newcomer you are looking forward to seeing play the most. Also, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the BasketNews channel for much more basketball content. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.